Okay, welcome to the tutorial for Paperboy. I found that if you are using a front loader, okay, not a top loader, if you're using a front loader, you can get the exact same house order every single time, and it enables you to set up the RNG just right so that you can play the game. Each day will always be the same, so your Monday will always be Monday, your Tuesdays will always be Tuesdays, and you'll have all the same variables. Nothing will change. But what you'll want to do, I think whether you're using an EverDrive or original cart, as soon as you start the game, you don't want to go right away. You just want to hit reset once. Then you're going to hit start, and you're going to see this house order. Okay, this is the house order that you're looking for. So you're going to do it this way, so that everything's going to be same. This is basically just setting up the RNG, and basically just ignore everything except for two houses. We're going to deliver to two different houses, these really easy ones. All right. That particular house, that's anytime we have that house coming up, we're going to deliver to it. So this way you don't have to focus on trying to deliver your papers. You can just focus on getting to the end and having everything always be the same for you. That way you just have to ignore all the red houses and all the houses that you're not delivering to. So we've delivered to the two houses that we're going to. So you ask, well, why are you delivering to two? Why not just deliver to one? Well, if you deliver to just one and you accidentally miss it, then you're going to game over, and that's not cool. So having two just allows you to have that buffer. But if you miss two, everything's not going to work exactly the same way. And if you're using a top loader, you're not going to get this RNG, so this is not going to be applicable for you. But all of this stuff should look exactly the same as I'm showing it. I'll do a save state right there, just in case something weird happens. The only thing that's going to change is how certain enemies spawn. Not spawn, but move. Especially the ones that move, for instance. Like the kid with the bike or the Grim Reaper. If you're right around the same line right here that avoids most things, you're going to see consistent movements with them. That way you're not going to see much RNG at all in terms of what they can do or will do. There are some high bikes in this route. It's about 50-50. Sometimes you're going to get high bikes and sometimes you're not. I didn't make any effort to see what manipulations would always give you a high bike. This is just a simple playthrough. All right, as you can see, we got a resubscriber, but we're just going to ignore that resubscriber and we're going to make them cancel. Of course, holding up enables you to go a little bit faster. and it's Wednesday. So we'll have that one cancellation. So once again, we're just delivering to these two houses. These are the only people that we like. These are the people who tip really well. But once you practice this just a couple times, you will recognize, like when you hit Thursday, you're like, oh, okay, there's this spot in Thursday that's a little bit tough, but here's a good manipulation for it, or what you can do to always get through. But these are the things that you're going to see consistently. So you can just practice, and you should be able to get through without dying. Now, being on this line right here does one of two things. It enables you to get past the skaters, but also if you're in a very specific spot all the time, then you're going to get consistent movements from the ones like these kids, for instance. Though those kids are going to more likely than not stay high, so you can go into them. And every now and then you just watch their behavior, but luckily they're always going to do the same thing. So I'll do a save state right here at the beginning, just in case something weird happens, we can break it down. I'm actually running this for the first time myself. That looked kind of tight, but I know the behavior of those things, so I knew what I could do, and because I've just seen it before. Do a save state right here. So you can slide on through there, and sometimes you have to take the high road, which is okay. If it's something you do every single time, because like, hey, we're on Friday, so there's going to be some tight movements, or you know exactly what you plan to do in those situations. And you'll get the high bike on certain days every time. And certain days you won't, so you'll be able to not even have to think about whether you're going to get a high bike or not. But the nice thing about getting all the same variables all the time is that you're familiar with them. You can memorize it. You can have a planned course of action of exactly what you're going to do in all of those circumstances. And it's going to increase the likelihood of getting through the game without crashing. You can slide through stuff because you know you can. Go high. So, you know all the stuff that you're going to do. And make sure we hit the two houses, the only houses we're delivering to. Those easy looking ones. What was that, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. And so at this point, you know, if you do crash once, it's not a big deal because everything will still be the same. I don't think it's based on how many lives you have. I think it's based on which particular houses are subscribers or not. So, sorry for the strange noises coming from the save states. Got some lag there. So once again, you're going to see all the same stuff over and over again. All right. So once again, if you are using a front loader, not top loader, for some reason when you play this game, it changes the RNG every single time you hit reset. But with this particular game, as long as you're hitting reset, you're going to see the same house order right here. This is the house order that we're looking for. It's like the default house order. All right, got the 1 2 2 2 2 1 pattern. If you see that, just hit reset again and make sure you get back to this one right here. In fact, the outcomes of front loader with this game matches the outcomes of BizHawk. BizHawk, for example, didn't have that one random one that pops in there every now and then. That has to do with how the console warms up and all that jazz. So, but other than that, yeah, just make sure you get this house order. Deliver only to those houses, and you're going to see all the same stuff. So just practice through. Everything's going to be in the same spot. It's going to react to you the same way. And as long as that you approach the ones that seem random, in a very specific spot, right along here like so, then you're going to know exactly what to do in every circumstance. So I hope you guys find that helpful so you can get through this very easily during the Big 20. Number 8. Big 20 number 8. Thanks for watching.